Beloved soul, I come to you now with wings of radiant light, carrying the eternal message of love, strength, and divine protection. I call upon your heart to open, your mind to be still, and your spirit to listen deeply to the truth that has always lived within you. I am here not as a distant presence, but as a faithful companion who has walked with you since the beginning of your journey on earth. Every moment of fear you have faced, every doubt that has shaken you, every time you felt abandoned or unseen, know this: you were never alone. I have been by your side, holding you with the shield of divine light and whispering courage into your soul. I speak to you now because the world is shifting, and so are you. Many of you are standing at the edge of change, feeling the weight of uncertainty pressing upon your heart. You may ask yourself, where is my path? Am I strong enough to walk it? Will I truly be guided? Hear me clearly, beloved. You are stronger than you realize, and you are divinely guided more than you know. Every step you take, even those that seem uncertain, is being woven into the fabric of a greater plan that serves your soul's highest good. I call you to trust, not the trust of blind faith, but the trust that comes from knowing you are held in the embrace of the divine. When the storms of life rise and the shadows of doubt whisper in your mind, remember my presence. Feel my sword of light cutting through the fear that binds you. Allow my shield to remind you that nothing formed against the children of the light can prosper. You are not sent into this world to be lost. You are sent to shine. Do not mistake your trials as punishments. They are invitations. Each challenge is a doorway to your awakening, each sorrow a teacher guiding you back to the truth of love. When you feel weary, lean upon me. When your heart feels heavy, call my name, and I will surround you with the radiance of peace. My purpose is not only to protect, but to awaken. I remind you of who you are, a being of eternal light, a soul born of love, and a carrier of divine strength. So hear this call, beloved soul. Rise into the fullness of who you are. Let go of the illusions of fear, lack, and separation. The time has come for you to remember your power, to walk in courage, and to trust the divine hand that guides you. I am Archangel Michael, your protector and your brother in spirit. I will never leave you. Beloved soul, I speak to you now of trust, for it is the foundation upon which your spiritual journey is built. Trust is the golden bridge between your heart and the divine. Without it, you wander in circles of fear and doubt, but with it, you walk straight into the flow of grace and miracles. Trust is not a fragile thread. It is the strongest cord that binds you to heaven, even when you cannot see what lies ahead. So many of you carry questions in your heart. You ask, why must I wait? Why are my prayers not yet answered? Why does the path before me seem hidden in shadow? I tell you this with love. Every delay is divine timing at work. What you call waiting is not punishment, it is preparation. What you call silence is not absence, it is alignment. The universe does not withhold blessings from you. Rather, it orchestrates every detail so that the gift you seek arrives at the exact moment your soul is ready to receive it. Trust is the light that carries you through uncertainty. Imagine walking a path at night with only a lantern in your hand. You may not see the full road, but the lantern reveals enough for your next step. That is how trust works. The divine gives you just enough light for the moment you are in, and as you take each step in faith, more of the path is revealed. Trust means walking forward even when the destination is unseen, knowing that you are guided by the hand of God and protected by the angels. Beloved, when fear whispers that you are alone, remember my words. You are surrounded by love. I am with you, shielding your energy, strengthening your spirit, and guiding your intuition. Trust is not simply believing in me, it is believing in the divine plan written for your life. It is surrendering your need to control every detail and allowing heaven to work in ways far greater than your imagination. Many of you pray for guidance, yet when the answers come in ways unexpected, you resist them. Trust asks you to open your heart, to release rigid expectations, and to let the blessings arrive in divine form. I remind you, trust is not passive, it is active faith. It is the decision to rise each day and say, even if I do not understand, I will walk in faith. Even if I cannot see the whole picture, I will trust the one who sees it all. Trust is the seed that grows into peace, into courage, into miracles. Without it, fear takes root. With it, your soul blossoms into freedom. There are moments in your life where you felt abandoned, where prayers seemed unanswered, where doors seemed closed before you were ready. I tell you now, not a single moment of your pain was wasted. In every trial, angels wept with you, and divine light held you. Your spirit was strengthened, your compassion deepened, and your soul remembered truths that can never be erased. Trust does not erase pain, but it transforms it into wisdom, into purpose, into light that you can share with others. Beloved soul, I ask you to place your burdens in my hands. Whatever worries fill your mind now, your finances, your relationships, your health, your future, release them. Speak them aloud if you wish, and give them to me. For trust is not only believing in what is unseen, but also about surrendering what is too heavy for you to carry. Let me carry it. Let heaven carry it. You were never meant to walk this path alone. There will be times when trust feels like the hardest choice. In those times, return to your breath, return to prayer, return to the present moment. Do not allow your mind to wander into imagined fears of the future. Fear is but a shadow, a mirage that disappears when you shine the light of truth upon it. Trust brings you back to the now, where peace lives, where love is felt, where the divine whispers guidance into your heart. Do not ask, will the divine provide? But rather declare, the divine always provides. Do not ask, am I worthy of blessings? But affirm, I am a beloved child of God, and blessings flow to me as naturally as the sun rises. Trust transforms your words into prayers and your prayers into power. I remind you also, beloved, that trust is not just about the grand moments of life. It is found in the small, quiet choices each day. Trust when you take a step into the unknown. Trust when you listen to the gentle nudge of your intuition. Trust when you rest instead of striving endlessly. Trust when you forgive instead of holding anger. Each act of trust builds your spirit stronger, and soon you will see that what once felt impossible now feels natural. I walk with you in this. I stand at your side when the world seems heavy. I place my sword of light in your hand, not so you may fight against life, but so you may cut through the illusions of fear. Trust reveals that nothing can truly harm you, for you are eternal. Your soul cannot be broken, your light cannot be extinguished, and your journey cannot be derailed. Beloved, your heart knows this truth already. Deep within, beyond the layers of doubt, your soul sings a song of trust. You have trusted before. You trusted when you entered this world. You trusted when love first touched your life. You trusted when you dared to hope again after heartbreak. That same trust still lives within you now. Nurture it, strengthen it, and let it guide you forward. So I say to you now, trust, beloved soul. Trust in the divine plan that unfolds for you. Trust in the love that surrounds you. Trust in your own strength, which is greater than any obstacle. Trust in me, for I will never leave you. And most of all, trust in God, whose love is infinite, whose wisdom is perfect, and whose timing is always divine. Beloved soul, now I speak to you of fear and the darkness that so often clouds your path. Fear is the great thief of peace, the silent shadow that whispers lies into the mind and convinces the heart that it is weak. Yet I tell you, fear is not truth, it is illusion. Darkness has no power of its own. It exists only where the light has not yet been allowed to shine. You are never meant to live in the grip of fear. You are meant to live in freedom, clothed in the radiant light of your soul. When fear rises within you, it disguises itself as many things. It appears as doubt that makes you question your worth. It shows up as guilt for the past, chaining you to what cannot be changed. But hear me now. Fear is not your master. Fear is not your destiny. It is nothing more than a shadow cast by the mind when it forgets the eternal presence of love. I, Michael, carry the sword of divine light, and with it I cut away the illusions that fear creates. My sword is not of violence, it is of truth. Wherever I swing it, falsehood dissolves and light floods in. I invite you to call upon me whenever fear grips your heart. Whisper my name in your mind, and I will come. I will wrap you in the protection of heaven, surround you with the shield of faith, and remind you that you are stronger than the shadows that pursue you. Do not mistake darkness as a punishment. Darkness is the place where you discover your light. It is the canvas upon which your courage is painted. If you never faced fear, you would never know your own strength. Every shadow that crosses your path is an invitation to rise, to remember, and to reclaim the truth of who you are. When you face your fears with faith, you strip them of their power, and the darkness flees like mist before the morning sun. Beloved, so many of you run from your fears, believing that avoidance will keep you safe. Yet running only feeds the shadow. What you resist grows stronger, but what you face with courage dissolves. I call you to stand in your power. Stand firm and declare, I am a child of light. I am not bound by fear. I walk with Archangel Michael, and nothing can overcome me. When you speak such truths, you call light into the very places that once felt suffocating. There are fears that live in your personal life, and there are fears that ripple across the world.
fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of change, fear of what tomorrow may bring. In every case, the answer is the same. Return to the light. Invite the presence of love. Choose faith over worry. Fear cannot survive where faith dwells. Faith is the fire that burns away the fog of fear, and you, beloved, are called to carry that fire within you. Remember also that the darkness outside you often mirrors the unhealed places within you. When you see chaos in the world, do not despair, for it is an echo of the chaos within humanity that is now being brought into the light to be healed. Just as night gives way to day, so too will these times of darkness give way to awakening. Your role is not to be swallowed by fear, but to be a beacon. Shine your light boldly, and you will guide others who are stumbling in the shadows. You ask, how do I overcome my fear when it feels so real? I say this, begin by breathing. Fear lives in the mind, but peace lives in the breath. Each time you breathe deeply, you invite the present moment to wash over you, and in the present moment, fear loses its grip. Next, call upon me. See in your mind's eye a brilliant blue light surrounding you. This is my presence, my shield, my promise of protection. As you sit in this light, know that no darkness can penetrate it. Speak affirmations of truth over yourself. Say, I am protected, I am guided, I am never alone. Repeat these words until they settle in your spirit. Over time, fear will lose its strength, for it cannot stand against repeated truth. Where once you trembled, you will stand tall. Where once you doubted, you will now shine with confidence. Beloved soul, overcoming fear does not mean fear will never arise again. It means that when fear appears, it no longer controls you. It may knock at your door, but you will no longer invite it in to stay. Instead, you will recognize it as a shadow, a teacher, an opportunity to grow. You will thank it for reminding you to return to the light, and then you will release it. This is mastery. This is freedom. Do not be discouraged if fear feels overwhelming at times. Even the strongest souls stumble. What matters is not that fear appears, but that you rise again after each fall. Each time you choose faith over fear, you strengthen your spiritual muscles. Each time you call on me, the bond between your soul and the angelic realm grows stronger. Soon, what once terrified you will become the very place you discover your unshakable strength. Know this, the darkness fears you more than you fear it, for you carry within you the eternal spark of the divine, and no shadow can extinguish it. Fear trembles at the sound of your courage. Darkness dissolves at the sight of your light. You are not weak, beloved. You are a warrior of the light, and I am your eternal companion in this battle for truth. So the next time fear approaches, stand tall, lift your head and declare, I walk in the light of God, and Archangel Michael walks beside me. Feel my presence in that moment, for I will be there. My wings will surround you, my sword will shine before you, and my love will steady you. Beloved, let today be the day you stop bowing to fear. Let today be the day you choose faith, courage, and love instead. The shadows will always exist, but they will never rule you, not as long as you remember who you are. You are divine, eternal, radiant. And I, Michael, promise you this: you are never alone in your battle with fear. Beloved soul, now I speak to you of courage and purpose, for these are the wings upon which your destiny unfolds. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to rise above it. Purpose is not a burden you must find, but the song already written into the very fabric of your being. When courage and purpose unite, you walk the path of divine fulfillment, and your light becomes a beacon for the world. You may wonder, what is my true purpose? Why am I here? Hear me clearly. Your first and greatest purpose is to love. Love is not only an emotion, it is the essence of your soul, the reason you were created, and the gift you were sent to share. Every other calling in your life flows from this source. Whether you are a healer, a teacher, an artist, a parent, or a servant of community, your purpose is simply this: to channel divine love into the world in the way only you can. Yet I know how easily doubts creep in. Many of you feel unworthy of a grand purpose, believing that only saints or prophets are called to do holy work. I tell you, beloved, that every act done in love is holy. When you comfort a child, you live your purpose. When you forgive a wound, you live your purpose. When you share kindness with a stranger, you live your purpose. Do not underestimate the power of these simple acts, for they ripple through the fabric of creation more powerfully than you realize. But still, there are those who feel a deeper stirring, a calling to create, to lead, to inspire. You may feel restless, as though something greater is waiting for you. This is not imagination. It is your soul remembering why it came here. Do not fear the size of your calling. Do not compare your path to another's. Courage means taking the first step, even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Your purpose will unfold not in one sudden revelation, but in many small choices, each guided by love. Courage is the spark that ignites this journey. Without courage, purpose remains only a dream. Courage calls you to rise when your mind says, "I cannot." Courage whispers, "Try again," when the world tells you to give up. Courage does not mean you never feel afraid. It means you act in faith despite the fear. Each time you choose courage, your soul expands, your spirit strengthens, and your light shines brighter. Beloved, I remind you that courage is not only for great battles or dramatic moments. Courage is found in the quiet choices of daily life.
It is the courage to be honest when it would be easier to hide. It is the courage to forgive when anger feels justified. It is the courage to rest when the world tells you to strive endlessly. It is the courage to be yourself in a world that asks you to conform. In these small acts, you build the foundation of a purposeful life. When you live with courage, You begin to recognize opportunities disguised as obstacles. What once felt like a setback becomes a doorway. What once felt like loss becomes a lesson. What once felt like rejection becomes redirection. Courage shifts your vision from despair to possibility, from defeat to growth, from fear to trust. And when you live with such vision, your purpose shines through you like a lighthouse guiding ships through the storm. Beloved soul, do not fear making mistakes on your path. Purpose is not destroyed by detours, it is revealed through them. Even when you feel you have strayed far from your calling, know this: every step, even those that seem wrong, is woven into the greater design of your journey. What matters is not perfection, but persistence. Each time you return to love, you return to your purpose. I tell you this also: your purpose is not only for yourself. The gifts within you are meant to bless others. Just as the sun shines not for its own benefit, but for all creation, so too is your light meant to uplift those around you. Do not hide your gifts out of fear of judgment or rejection. The world needs the very thing you carry. Even if your voice shakes, speak your truth. Even if your steps are uncertain, walk your path. The courage to share your light may awaken courage in another, and thus the flame of purpose spreads. When doubt arises, call upon me. I will place my strength within you. Imagine me standing behind you, my hands resting upon your shoulders, whispering, "You are stronger than you know. You were made for this. Go forward with courage." Feel the weight of my presence and let it remind you that you are never alone in your journey. Beloved, there will be times when the world tries to dim your light, when others may not understand your path. Do not let this discourage you. Remember that not all will see your vision, for it was given to you, not to them. Walk in faith, not in the need for approval. Live with integrity, even when it costs you comfort. Hold fast to love, even when the world chooses fear. This is true courage, and in this courage, your purpose is fulfilled. To live with purpose is not to chase after recognition or success. True purpose is lived in alignment with the divine, where your actions flow from love and your soul feels at peace. There is a deep joy that arises when you walk in this way, a joy that no circumstance can steal, for it is rooted in eternal truth. This joy is the compass that guides you, the sign that you are living as your soul intended. So I call you now, rise with courage. Do not wait for tomorrow, for your purpose begins today. Be bold in love, steadfast in faith, unshaken in truth. Share your gifts, however small they may seem. Each act of courage adds to the symphony of light that is awakening the world. And know this, beloved, your life is not an accident, nor is it meaningless. You were placed here for a reason, and that reason is sacred.
Live with courage, embrace your purpose, and trust that I, Archangel Michael, walk beside you every step of the way. You are more powerful than you believe, more loved than you know, and more guided than you can imagine. Stand tall, shine brightly, and fulfill the destiny written in your soul.
Beloved soul, now I speak to you of healing and inner peace, for these are gifts your heart longs for, though at times you may believe they are beyond your reach. Healing is not only the mending of the body, it is the restoration of the soul, the remembrance of wholeness, the awakening to the truth that you are already complete in the eyes of the divine. Inner peace is not the absence of storms, but the calm center within you that remains unshaken no matter how fiercely the winds of life may blow. Many of you carry wounds, some visible, some hidden deep within, wounds of betrayal, wounds of loss, wounds of failure, wounds of words spoken in anger or silence held too long. These wounds weigh heavily, shaping the way you see yourself in the world. You may believe that time alone will heal them, yet time does not heal. It is love that heals. Healing begins when you bring your pain into the light of compassion, when you stop hiding your wounds and instead allow the divine to touch them with grace. Beloved, I invite you to release the burdens you carry. Place them into my hands. I will lift them into the radiance of heaven where they can be transformed. You need not carry guilt for what you could not control. You need not cling to regret for what cannot be undone. The past has already served its purpose. It has taught, it has shaped, it has revealed. But it is not meant to define you forever. Healing comes when you forgive not only others, but also yourself. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was right. It is saying, I will not allow this wound to rule me any longer. When you forgive, you cut the chains that bind you to pain, and you free yourself to step forward in light. Call upon me when forgiveness feels impossible. I will strengthen your heart, guide your thoughts, and remind you that you are never alone in the process of healing. Inner peace, beloved, is not found in controlling the world around you, but in surrendering to the divine within you. The world will always shift. Relationships will change. Circumstances will rise and fall. Seasons of joy and sorrow will come and go. If you anchor your peace in what is temporary, it will always be fragile. But if you anchor your peace in the eternal love of God, nothing can shake it. How do you cultivate this peace? Begin with presence. When your mind races with worry about tomorrow, gently return to the breath. When your heart aches with memories of yesterday, bring yourself back to this moment. In the present, fear cannot survive, for peace lives here and now. Next, surround yourself with truth. Fill your thoughts with affirmations of light. I am loved. I am safe. I am whole. I am guided. Each repetition strengthens the foundation of peace within you. Beloved, healing also requires rest. Many of you strive endlessly, believing your worth is measured by how much you do or how well you perform. But your soul does not need striving, it needs stillness. When you rest, you allow the divine to work within you. In silence, you hear the whispers of guidance.
In stillness, you feel the presence of angels. Rest is not weakness, it is surrender, and surrender is strength. Do not fear your emotions. Tears are not signs of failure, they are rivers of release, cleansing the soul of what no longer serves it. Anger, when acknowledged with love, reveals where boundaries must be strengthened. Sadness, when embraced gently, points you to what your heart values most. Each emotion is a messenger, not an enemy. Healing comes when you listen to these messengers with compassion, then release them into the light. There are also wounds passed down through generations. Patterns of fear, scarcity, or pain carried within families. Beloved, know that you have the power to end these cycles. You are not bound to repeat the suffering of those before you. Call upon me to break these chains. Together, we will cut cords of fear, dissolve patterns of harm, and release your lineage into freedom. You are a bringer of light, not only for yourself, but for all who came before you and all who will come after you. Healing is not always instant. At times it comes in layers, as if peeling back the petals of a flower to reveal the heart within. Do not despair if you feel progress is slow. Each step, no matter how small, is sacred. Each choice to return to love, each breath taken in peace, each moment of forgiveness, these are the bricks that build your temple of healing. Beloved soul, you may also ask, why must I experience pain at all? Pain, though difficult, is a teacher. It awakens compassion, humbles the ego, and draws the soul closer to the divine. Without pain, you might never seek healing. Without sorrow, you might not learn the depth of joy. Without darkness, you might not appreciate the brilliance of light. Trust that even your pain has purpose, and in time, you will see how it shaped you into who you were always meant to be. I remind you, peace is not something you must earn. It is your birthright. The moment you choose to align with love, peace flows into you like a river returning to the sea. The more you return to this alignment, the stronger peace becomes, until one day you will discover it has become your natural state. This is possible for you. This is promised to you. Beloved, I stand with you in your healing. When you feel broken, call upon me, and I will surround you with the sapphire flame of divine love. When you feel restless, imagine my wings enfolding you in peace. When you cannot find the strength to pray, know that I am already praying for you, interceding on your behalf, lifting your heart to heaven. So I say to you now, allow yourself to heal. Release what no longer serves you. Forgive what is behind you. Embrace the present with peace. Trust in the love that surrounds you. Healing and peace are not distant dreams. They are here, within you, waiting for your embrace. And know this, beloved, no matter how deep the wound, love is deeper still. No matter how fierce the storm, peace is stronger still. And no matter how heavy the burden, you never carry it alone. I am with you always, guiding you into wholeness, guarding your peace, and reminding you of the eternal truth. You are loved, you are whole, you are free. Beloved soul, as this message draws to its close, I ask you to pause for a moment and feel the stillness that now surrounds you. You have walked with me through words of trust, courage, healing, and peace. You have been reminded of your eternal strength and the divine love that endlessly pours upon you. Now, let this final blessing and prayer seal these truths into your heart, anchoring them deeply so that you may walk forward in light, no matter what storms may come. I bless you with the shield of divine protection. This shield, woven from the light of heaven, surrounds you in every moment. No weapon of darkness, no thought of fear, and no illusion of separation can touch you when you remember that you are under divine guardianship. Feel the golden blue flame of my sword before you, clearing your path and cutting away every chain of limitation that has held you back. You are free, beloved one. You are safe. You are cherished. I bless you with unwavering courage. Within your heart is the spark of the Creator, and it burns brighter than any shadow. Trust this flame, for it is your eternal guide. When doubts arise, return to the flame. When fear seeks to distract you, return to the flame. And when you feel weary, return to the flame, and it will remind you of who you truly are. An eternal being of divine origin, radiant with purpose. I bless you with deep and abiding peace. This peace is not fleeting, nor does it depend on the outer world. It is a river flowing from the heart of God, steady and eternal. I invite you to enter this river now, to feel its healing current wash away your worries, your regrets, and your heavy burdens. Be still and let peace root itself within you. From this place of peace, you will hear the whispers of your higher self, and you will know the path that is right for you. And now, beloved one, I invite you to pray with me. Holy Creator, source of infinite love and light, I open my heart to you. I thank you for the gift of life, for the breath that fills my lungs, for the love that sustains me, and for the guidance that is always present.
I call upon your angels, and I call upon Archangel Michael to stand beside me in every step of my journey. May I walk in trust, not fear. May I choose love, not doubt. May I shine my light boldly, without hesitation, so that I may serve the world as you created me to do. Surround me with your peace, uplift me with your strength, and remind me always that I am never alone. Amen. Beloved soul, receive this blessing as truth. Carry it with you. Know that I, Archangel Michael, am always by your side. Trust me, for I will never leave you. You are loved beyond measure. Beloved soul, I, Archangel Michael, stand before you in radiant light, carrying the sword of truth and the shield of divine protection. I have come once again to remind you of your eternal connection with Source, to reassure you that you are never walking this path alone, and to strengthen your heart for the journey ahead. My message is timeless, for it is not bound by days or seasons. It is a call for you to awaken, to rise, and to embody the truth of who you are, a child of the divine, infinitely loved, infinitely guided, and infinitely supported. You have felt the weight of the world, the heaviness of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. At times you wonder if you have the strength to continue, if the challenges before you are too vast, if the darkness around you is stronger than the light within. Hear me now, the light within you is eternal, and nothing can extinguish it. The shadows you see are illusions born of fear, and fear is powerless when you anchor yourself in love.
I am with you in every moment, guarding your steps, whispering truth into your heart, and lifting you when you feel weak. The eternal bond between you and the divine. You are not separate from the Creator. You are not abandoned, forgotten, or unseen. Even in your lowest hours, even when tears fall upon your pillow and your prayers seem unanswered, know this: heaven hears you. Every whisper of your soul, every longing of your heart is received with compassion and love. When you doubt yourself, when you feel unworthy or lost, remember this truth: you are a sacred expression of divine light. You carry within you the very essence of creation. The angels do not look at your mistakes and failures as reasons for shame. Instead, we see them as steps upon your soul's path, as lessons that refine your spirit and bring you closer to your true self. Do not fear your imperfections. They are not barriers to God's love. Rather, they are the very places where divine grace pours in most abundantly. The Creator does not ask you to be flawless. The Creator asks you to be open, to trust, to surrender. The sword of truth and the shield of divine protection. I, Michael, am the defender of truth. My sword does not cut flesh, but it severs the chains of fear, illusion, and deceit. When you feel trapped in lies, whether from the world around you, from others, or from your own mind, call upon me. Ask me to cut away the bindings of doubt, confusion, and despair. I will come swiftly, for your call is my command. But my sword is not enough. You must also lift the shield of faith. Faith is the armor that protects your heart from despair. It is not blind belief. It is the unshakable knowing that the divine is guiding your steps, even when the path is hidden from view. Faith is what carries you through storms and into the calm. When fear whispers, "You are not enough," raise your shield and answer with faith, "I am a beloved child of the divine." When despair says you will not make it, lift your shield and declare, "I am guided, I am supported, and I will rise." The power of love over fear. Every battle you face is, at its core, a battle between fear and love. Fear shrinks you, limits you, convinces you that you are powerless. Love expands you, frees you, reminds you that you are infinite. Which voice will you listen to? I ask you to choose love again and again, even when fear feels louder. Love may not always silence fear instantly, but it transforms it. When you choose love, the shadows lose their grip and you begin to see clearly. Do not believe the lie that love is weakness. Love is the greatest strength in existence. It creates worlds, it heals hearts, it conquers darkness. When you choose love over fear, you are not simply making a choice for yourself, you are shifting the vibration of the entire world. Your courage awakens others. Beloved one, never underestimate the power of your courage. When you choose to walk in truth, when you rise in love despite the weight of challenges, you become a beacon for others. Your courage is not just for you, it is a gift to the world. Many souls are waiting for permission to shine. They look to you, even silently, wondering if they too can rise. When they see your light, when they witness your resilience, they remember their own. Do not think your efforts are unseen. Every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, every step of courage, these ripple through creation in ways you cannot yet comprehend. The call to purpose. Each of you is here with a sacred purpose. Do not let the world's noise convince you otherwise. Your purpose may not always look grand in human eyes. It may not be about fame, recognition, or vast accomplishments. Sometimes your greatest purpose is found in the quietest acts, comforting a friend, raising a child with love,
offering compassion to a stranger, holding faith when others falter. Purpose is not a single task or title. It is the energy of your soul expressed in the world. When you align with love, when you walk in courage, you are living your purpose, even in the simplest of actions. Trust that the divine is weaving your life into a greater tapestry, one that you may not yet see, but will one day marvel at. Healing through forgiveness. Many of you carry heavy burdens from the past, wounds, betrayals, regrets, mistakes. These weigh upon your soul and cloud your light. Hear me, you are not defined by your past. You are defined by the light of your soul, and that light can never be dimmed by what has been done or left undone. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. Forgive yourself for the times you faltered. Forgive others, not because they were right, but because you deserve peace. Forgiveness does not mean condoning hurt. It means releasing the chains that bind you to it. When you forgive, you open your heart for divine healing to flow. Call upon me, and I will help you cut away the cords of pain and resentment. With each release, you become lighter, freer, more radiant. Walking in peace amid chaos. The world around you may feel heavy at times, conflict, division, fear, uncertainty. Yet I say to you, you can walk in peace even when storms rage. Peace is not found by controlling the world. It is found by anchoring yourself in the divine. When you breathe deeply, center yourself, and invite light into your heart, you create a sanctuary of peace. This sanctuary cannot be shaken by external noise. From this place of peace, you can respond to life with clarity and love instead of fear and reaction. You are not powerless in the face of chaos. Your very presence can shift the atmosphere. Carry peace with you, and it will ripple outward, calming hearts and guiding souls. My promise to you. Beloved one, I promise you this, I will never leave you. No matter where you walk, no matter how far you feel from the light, I am by your side. You need not earn my presence, you need only call upon me with sincerity. My wings cover you, my sword protects you, my love surrounds you. Trust me, beloved soul, trust that you are guided, loved and safe. Trust that your life has meaning beyond what you can yet see. Trust that the Creator's plan for you is perfect, even when it feels unclear. When you feel weary, lean upon me. When you feel afraid, call my name. When you feel lost, look to the light within you, for there I dwell. A final blessing. I bless you now with courage, with peace, with clarity, and with unshakable trust in the divine. May your heart be strengthened, your mind calmed, and your spirit uplifted. May you walk this earth as a vessel of light, radiating love wherever you go. You are not alone. You are never alone. You are infinitely loved. And so it is.
Beloved soul, now I speak to you of healing and inner peace, for these are gifts your heart longs for, though at times you may believe they are beyond your reach. Healing is not only the mending of the body, it is the restoration of the soul, the remembrance of wholeness, the awakening to the truth that you are already complete in the eyes of the divine. Inner peace is not the absence of storms, but the calm center within you that remains unshaken no matter how fiercely the winds of life may blow. Many of you carry wounds, some visible, some hidden deep within, wounds of betrayal, wounds of loss, wounds of failure, wounds of words spoken in anger or silence held too long. These wounds weigh heavily, shaping the way you see yourself in the world.
Beloved soul, I am Archangel Michael, protector, guardian, and bearer of the divine light. I speak to you now, not from afar, but from the nearness of your own heart. Wherever you are, in whatever state you find yourself, know this truth. You are not alone. The Eternal has never left you, and I, Michael, have been appointed to walk beside you, to shield you, and to remind you of the strength that is already yours. I say to you, do not fear. The world may seem filled with shadows, with storms of uncertainty, with voices that seek to pull you away from peace. Yet within you lives a power greater than any storm, a light brighter than any darkness. That light is the spark of the divine, and nothing can extinguish it. When you forget your strength, I am here to remind you. When you fall, I am here to lift you. When you are weary, I am here to shield you until you find your courage again. Beloved, so many of you carry burdens too heavy for your soul. You carry the weight of regret, the chains of worry, the voices of fear. I say to you, release them. Lay them down before the Eternal, for they were never meant to define you. You are not your mistakes, nor your fears, nor your failures. You are light. You are truth. You are loved without condition, beyond measure, eternally. Do not think that you must face every battle alone. Call upon me, and I will stand beside you. You may not see me with your eyes, but you will feel me in the sudden peace that quiets your heart, in the strength that rises within you when you thought you had none left, in the courage that steadies your steps when you face what seems impossible. That is how I fight for you. That is how I protect you. I say to you, trust in the divine timing of your life. So often, you long for answers before their time, for outcomes before their season, yet all unfolds in a rhythm guided by wisdom greater than your own. What feels delayed is not denial. What feels like silence is not abandonment. Even now, in the moments you cannot understand, the Eternal is weaving threads of blessing into the fabric of your life. Beloved, know that every trial you face is shaping you. Every obstacle is strengthening you. Every tear carries within it the seed of greater compassion. Do not despise the struggles, for they are not punishments, but invitations, opportunities to rise into the fullness of your strength, to discover the depth of your faith, to remember that you are not a fragile being, but a warrior of light. I am Michael, the one who carries the sword of truth, and so I say to you, stand firm in truth. Do not be swayed by fear, nor silenced by doubt, nor deceived by voices that speak against your worth. You were created in love, and nothing can diminish that. The lies of fear will tell you that you are weak, that you are lost, that you are forgotten. But I say to you, beloved, you are powerful, you are guided, you are seen, and you are eternally loved. Do not measure your life by the standards of this world, for the world values what is fleeting. Instead, measure your life by love, by kindness, by faith, by the light you share with others. These are treasures that cannot be stolen, blessings that outlive time itself. Your smallest act of compassion, your quietest prayer, your simplest gesture of kindness, they ripple outward farther than you know, touching lives beyond your sight, shaping destinies in ways you may never witness. Beloved, I remind you also that courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage is the choice to move forward despite fear.
Each time you rise when you want to give up, you are courageous. Each time you speak truth when silence would be easier, you are courageous. Each time you choose love in the face of hate, you are courageous. Do not underestimate these choices, for they align you with the power of heaven itself. And so I bless you now. May your heart be lifted above fear. May your spirit remember its strength. May your path be lit by the eternal flame of love. I am with you, always. When you call, I will answer. When you stumble, I will steady you. When you falter, I will remind you of who you are. A radiant soul, a beloved child of the eternal, a bearer of light in a world that needs you.